Yo, yo, yo!
What is
What's
up?
going on, man?
What's going on?
What's happening? We're giddy today. What's going on?
I don't know what is in the air.
It's
It's
completely.
jubilation.
I guess. What's happening? What's happening?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Here we are back in the
Talk
studio.
to me.
Yes.
Parlez avec moi with Christopher. Toussaint.
And I understand what that means.
You understood what I said? Good.
Yeah, right.
Glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. What's happening? What's going on?
So I've been thinking a lot back to my trip to Paris a few weeks ago. And something that I'm sort of remembering is how strange it was walking around the city, despite the fact that I had never been there before. I'd been there for like a day previously before with my family, but how natural navigating and getting around the city felt. And I think that's because I think the train system was so easy that there was this one point where my phone died completely as I was on my way home. I had like 3%, and then I looked up the path and it was dead.
That's the worst.
And I was in the middle of the train. I had like nothing besides the subway map, but I was able to, just following the subway map, transfer, get to the train I needed, and walk all the way back just off of like muscle memory. Mm-hmm. And I think about it, not to call out any of my friends. You guys know I love you very dearly. You know I love you. It is so strange to me how many people I know like cannot like follow directions to like get places. Like it's so weird.
So are you talking about specifically dependency upon GPS and
Yes.
our electronic devices?
Yes, where it's like if you don't have Google Maps in front of you, you like can't walk in a straight line. Like that's so strange to me. Like if I give you a street corner and I say, hey, meet me at the corner of like 35th Street and like 5th Avenue. If you don't have Google Maps to tell you to walk down this way, you like won't be able to find it.
Well, I'll tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me something. Tell me something.
When I was a kid,
Pascal right now.
When I was your age. Well, no, when I was younger than you, we didn't have.
Back in my day.
We didn't have GPS. I'd be in the car with my father. We'd had a fold-out map. We'd look at
exactly.
You have to unfold it. And the thing is, with me specifically, I was very good at finding my way, at finding directions. It's just something I've always been good at maps and reading maps and just my spatial and spatial orientation, spatial awareness. I've always been good at that. I do have to admit that now with the reliance on GPS, you get in the car, the GPS is there, you're just following directions. Not that I've become worse at following directions, but I've become stale.
Yeah, where it's like you get stale to like you don't have to, so you don't use it.
Right.
It's the same issue with like, not to jump ship. It's the same issue with like ChatGPT. That's why I refuse to use AI.
Yeah.
Because oh my gosh, I had once, not to put you on the spot, I had my supervisor once ask me to like write an email, and she was like, yeah, so you can just like use ChatGPT to like make your email sound professional.
And you were like, no.
I had to look at her like, excuse me? Like, I'm sorry, if I can graduate and write like a 17-page thesis paper, I can write an email that sounds professional. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's such a weird thing because it's like if you don't actively use these skills, you will lose them.
Absolutely.
And then you'll be standing on 34th Street wondering how to get to 35th Street.
Absolutely. I mean, there are so many examples of this. You know, we're moving into a modern era, a different era where the skills that you needed back in the day, you don't need them now. Exactly. There's a viral set of TikToks going around where they're asking, I guess, relatively young people to read the word feeble in cursive. They cannot read it. They can't. They're looking at it. They're saying color. They're saying everything but feeble.
right.
It says feeble. I can see, and it's not bad cursive. It's fairly clear. It says feeble,
I will
but
say,
they can't read it.
I'm two things about that. I'm so glad, and I'm so sorry to Gen Alpha. I'm so glad not to be part of the generation that didn't learn how to write cursive.
How to write
Oh
cursive,
my god,
how to read an analog clock.
that's crazy.
How to read
That's
an analog
crazy that
clock.
they don't teach that anymore. That's insane.
All they know is digital. All
It's
they know
genuinely
is
mind-boggling.
digital.
How do you not know how to read it? Like, that's crazy.
No,
That's
you
crazy.
have to. No, I mean, come on. If you weren't exposed to it, you
Then-
too wouldn't be able to read an analog clock.
I'm not saying how do you not know as in like oh you're like crazy. I'm saying how do you not know as in how is it something that's not been taught to
But
you?
the thing is, a lot of their teachers
Y-
are not that much older than they are.
That too.
And they also weren't taught cursive.
But not only that, it's also that those things aren't taught in our curriculum anymore.
Right, because they're not in the curriculum.
Exactly.
They're not in the curriculum.
Crazy what schools are deciding is necessary and is not necessary.
But getting back to what happens when your phone dies,
Yes.
and you're stuck in a place that you don't know, you don't know how to find your way around. You need it for maybe translation. You have
Yes.
what I do. And I'm scared of this. I'm scared of this because right now I'm very reliant on my gadgets
to get around.
I've got my wallet
and to
on
jump,
my phone.
To jump in real quick. Oh my gosh, same. But to jump in real quick because I don't carry cash. If I don't have my Google Pay,
right,
it's clip.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, what was I going to say?
You wanted to jump into. I'll just say what the solution is to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I always have a backup. So okay, fine. I have my wallet on my phone. I got my Apple Pay, whatever, on the phone. But I also make sure that I've got my credit card in my wallet. I've made too many mistakes not to have those backups.
Yep.
If I know I'm going to be on a long trip or I'm going to take a long subway ride somewhere or whatever, I always make sure that I have a backup. I have an electronic phone backup that I can plug my phone into.
And I have that too, kind of, because for some reason, this is another thing I kind of wanted to speak about, but getting into that later. I have issues with the MTA sometimes where, like, for some reason I can't tap my
everybody has that problem.
Yeah, where you can't tap your card to actually get in.
Yeah.
You have to put it on the OmniCard.
Yeah,
so I always have both. I have
both.
my Google Pay, I have my actual physical card, and then I have my tap because
Right.
Surely one of them will work.
Right.
But another thing I wanted to say about that, I swear to God, the people who work like in the booths in the MTA are genuinely some of like the most like useless.
Wait,
like,
they still have booths in the MTA?
Yeah, surprising, right?
I almost had a fight with one of those ladies in the token.
Literally,
booth or whatever.
like, what are they there for besides to make your day like significantly?
No. Well, you know what? Their days are numbered, and they know their days are numbered.
Like, must be.
Everything is being automated. You don't need to buy a token anymore. That's gone. Nobody even knows what a token is.
Right. I was not around for the token era of the New York City subway.
I was almost. I was chewed out by this lady right here at Newkirk Avenue.
Oh my God.
But at the same time, at another time, there was a lady in the token booth she was very nice to me. I needed we were teaching classes. We were teaching people how to get around on the subway. People here in door services, newly arrived immigrants, and I needed a whole bunch of maps, and she gave me a boatload of maps, and I was so thankful to her, and especially after having been treated so nastily by one of her colleagues at the same station.
I had that same thing where at that same station where oh my gosh, some horrible stuff happened. I remember maybe 2 or 3 months earlier, this man was so sweet. I was short like a dime because I was using coins to reload my card.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, just take all your coins back," and just tapped his little Apple Watch and let me.
And then he lets you
in.
in.
He was so sweet. And then 3 months later, I was like, "Hey, the machine is literally broken."
Right.
He said, "No, it's not. It's you. You need to call your bank actually." And wanted me to.
That's what happened to me.
Like what? What? Yeah, mind you, the person
That's what
after
happened
me
to me.
also didn't work. He's standing there like, yeah, both of you need to individually call your banks and
Yeah.
tell them that like your card
Yeah.
like is. What the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking
the
about?
MTA really lacks in customer service.
No,
They
genuinely,
absolutely lack in customer
that shit
service.
is like it's insanity. It's
Like
crazy.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Um,
Token booth clerks. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I think the when it comes to your battery dying, you really have to plan ahead.
yeah.
You really have to plan ahead.
As somebody who my phone is always like struggling at 1%.
Yeah.
Like my best advice to you is you got to learn how to read a map. You got to know how to read a map
Yeah.
because if you can't read a map and your phone dies and you're outside with no idea where the hell you are,
Yep.
I'm sorry, you're fucked. Even if you ask for directions, if you can't read a map, if you don't know how to orient yourself, how are you going to get around?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
a map can't your phone can't save you and a map can't save you if you don't know how to follow directions.
That's right. You need to have all of these skills.
Exactly.
You can't just rely on that one map.
Google Map to tell you turn right, turn
you
left.
can't rely. You can't rely on GPS. And how about if you go if you like to travel and you go somewhere where the signal is bad?
Yeah, like I like to say
you
that
gonna
like
do?
Manhattan is and like New York in general, maybe not Queens, but like Manhattan in general is like a very easy place to learn how to navigate because the entire like borough is a giant grid.
Yeah.
It's literally street. Like it's very, very, very
Manhattan
easy.
is different. Manhattan is a different beast. It's completely different when it comes to being able to
Yes,
get around.
But that's why I'm so confused as to people who get lost navigating in Manhattan when the streets are literally labeled First Street, Second Street, Third Street, Fourth Street, Fifth Street, Sixth Street, and
Mr.
you're getting
Toussaint,
lost going
Mr.
from first
Toussaint,
to second.
some people are just not good at navigation.
That's crazy.
They're just
to me.
not good at
That's
navigation.
crazy to me. I'm sorry. That's
navigation.
crazy. I apologize if that's rude of me to say. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's just a big generation gap. There's a huge generation gap when it comes to the tools that
Like
we
the
have
innate
available
skills
to me,
that we have. Yeah.
Just a huge generation. Speaking of generation gap,
Yeah,
I mean, I
didn't
think
you have something you wanted to say about some?
we were talking about a song.
Yeah.
Generation gap. We were talking about a song before the show started, and I asked you if you knew this song. Anyone my age who grew up in New York City knows this song. That song.
Mind you, he still hasn't actually told me the name of this song.
It's by a group.
It's called This Song,
No.
apparently.
It's called Top Billing. It's by a group called Audio 2. And it went, some of you know, come on, you guys know this. MCMI, people call me Milk. When I'm busting up a party, I feel no guilt. It had a nice little beat to it.
Okay.
Here's those cutting up for the suckers that's down with me. And we had a dance we called the baseball bat that we used to,
Hey.
and you're like, you didn't know it at all. I'm like,
I totally know what is going on.
the generation gap has just gotten really,
because
really
you
big.
can say that, but then at the same time, you were laughing up a storm because like you texted me and I responded with slay, and you thought it was like the funniest thing on earth.
I thought it was hilarious.
That's
I
like
thought that was
basic.
hilarious.
That's like basic Gen Z vocabulary is slay. That's like
God.
normal. It's not like new.
Oh man!
If I had said like boots, then like I get that.
What is that? Boots?
Boots? You never heard nobody say that? Boots the house?
Boots on the ground? What are you talking about?
I don't even know if I can explain boots. That's kind of niche.
Explain. I want to know. You're teaching me.
How do I even explain that?
Boots. So when would you say it? Boots.
It's the same way that you'd say like slay or like period. It's just like boots.
Period.
Exactly. You say
Period.
Boots.
I know. I've heard period.
It's so niche. I'm like, how do I explain
Is it
that?
really neat? Well, no. If it's just
It's not that niche, but like
boots.
it's like boots the house down is like the full like phrase.
The house down.
Exactly.
Boots the house down. Like tear the house down.
Kinda.
Boots the house down.
It's like, oh, you ate that. Like slay
You ate
boots the
that.
house
You
down.
ate that.
Like It's like a whole thing. It was like a whole joke, and then somehow like Slay boots the house down turned into boots,
I'm gonna learn all
or like boots the house.
I'm gonna learn all these new terms if it's
It's just,
period.
I'm not the right person
Period.
to be explaining that one because it's. I'm sure I'm just saying it wrong, and people are gonna like yell at me. But yeah, it's something like that. Boots. I had a coworker once say like my like boss was like writing something in chat, and instead of saying okay, he just said boots.
Boots.
And she was like, "What's boots? Is that bad?"
All right, maybe I just have to use it more. Let's go into a commercial break, shall we?
We shall.
We shall, and we will. We're going into a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Boots.
Yo blode, sak Dodor vibe la.
O baz, koton keye,
M'tande an pil moun ak pale de li.
Dodor Vibe Radio se yon nouvo stasyon radio nan la Brooklyn. Yo jwe bon müzik epi yo pay bon informasyon.
Ki jan sa? Mba konen non?
Men Fafan, mwen de Fafan.
Fafan,
Oh, sa nap fe la? Sak pase mesye myo?
sa ou kont de Dodor vibe, sa ye men.
Dodor Vibe FM yo relil. Yon nan pi bon stasyon radyo nan la Brooklyn.
E vre, kote map jwen li men.
Wap jwen di tout kote.
Ki jan tout kote la?
Tout kote mdi yo. Se yon stasyon sou internet. Depi ou gen internet, wap ka koute l nepot kote ou ye nan le monde entye.
Ouwe, ou te gen le pase mtap bay manti.
Ki sa? Le monde entier?
Jan tendel. Epi, gratis ti chéri.
Oh, epien, kote map jwen radio sa.
Rale telefon nou, epi monte sou dodorvibe.com.
Ok, DODORVIBE.com.
C'est ça. Bisous mes amours.
You're chilling with the smoothest sounds on Dodor Vibe FM, bringing you that laid-back vibe straight from Brooklyn.
Chaque samedi 10h midi branché Diaspora dédoublé. Diaspora dédoublé, yon émission k'ap aide ou connaît tout ça k'ap passé en Haïti ak nan diaspora. Diaspora dédoublé, yon plusieurs segments. Tant qui côté nou yé journée jodi a. Journal semaine nan. Invité dans tout domaine. Coin business, débat, analyse, synthèse ak connaît histoire. Rendez-vous à casser chaque samedi 10h midi branché Diaspora dédoublé avec Madame Dodo. Yon show nous pas gen droit rater. Diaspora dédoublé sur toute plateforme yo. Facebook Live, YouTube, podcast, WhatsApp, un pilote encore.
Nation jeune, travail la terre, c'est chimé pour pays nous grandir.
And we're back.
We are back. Boots.
We're back. Boots.
Oh my god.
What's new? What's new? What's new?
I kind of wanted to talk about something that I thought was really interesting and worth talking about that I've been experiencing lately.
And what's that?
Which is, as some or all of you may know, I've just recently, it's not even recent anymore. We're about to be in June, so like 6 months ago, I just turned 24 back in December. And thank you, sir.
I remember those years.
88-year-old.
Don't even try it. Don't even try it.
He remembers what it was like.
I remember back then
when the dinosaurs still rolled.
I just know when I was 24, I thought I was the shit. I thought I was the shit. You couldn't really tell me nothing.
Oh, you could tell me something.
You could
definitely tell me.
It's not until I got older I was like, oh, okay, I did have some growing to do, like, but yeah, you know, you're grown, but you're not grown. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but that's what I want to talk about. I feel like it's very much like I've entered the transitional period between being a young adult and being an adult. And one of those things that has finally happened is that I'm officially kind of living, quote unquote, on my own. And by that, I mean, I'm no longer living with my parents for the first time in my life.
Good for you.
Right. Thank you.
Good for you. Good for you.
It is definitely an interesting experience in a lot of ways that I don't think I was really expecting.
What about that? What about that transition? Because I remember going through that, but what about that transition for you what's the most surprising thing? What's the most like, oh, I didn't know, what's the most surprising thing for you going through that transition right now?
I would say the most surprising positive thing is the financial freedom. Because one thing that I've always kind of like struggled with, or that I've always noticed, is that it's a lot harder to make financial decisions when you're always struggling or wondering about like what your parents are going to think about it. Like, oh, I don't want to buy this thing for my room
because they might think this.
Exactly. I know
they might think I'm not being mature enough or something.
Exactly. I don't want to, if I hang up another poster in my room, my mom's going to be like, oh, why, do you really need that? Whatever. My mom wouldn't really say that, but yeah. It's always the thought of like, what is so-and-so other people that I'm living with going to think about the financial decisions that I'm making?
It's hard to let go of those bonds.
Exactly.
It's hard to let go of that.
Like you have your parents that you want to think of them, you want them to think of you as mature.
Right.
And so it's very different once you live away from your parents and you start to realize that you don't really have to perform maturity for people anymore when you're living by yourself. You can just kind of do what you want. Like, for example, the other day I was on Amazon and I saw this like huge like blue keyboard mat, and I thought it was so cool and so pretty, so I bought it.
Okay. Did you have any second thoughts before buying it, or you just bought
add
it?
to cart, done.
Okay.
And there, my friends, is the surprising downside of living alone is, wow, oh my God, I did not realize that adults pay for so many things, guys.
I think that was the most surprising thing for me. The things that I realized I had to pay for. Now, the thing is, I think I was about your age when I finally moved. I mean, I had graduated from school. When I graduated, I came back home for a while. And eventually, at about 23 or 24, I moved out. My mother her whole thing was, I never felt pushed out or anything.
Yeah.
Her whole thing was, as long as you're either going to school or you're working, you're welcome to be here. She'd rather me be in the house than me having to go live in some ghetto somewhere, because that was the only thing that I could afford.
Exactly.
Or whatever. So when I was good and ready, then I moved out. And I was about your age. And I had the same surprise that you had. Wow, I didn't realize all the things that I was going to have to pay for. But at the same time, I think I finally got to the point where I'm like, I'm a grown motherfucking man.
Yeah?
I'm not a grown man. I'm a grown motherfucking man.
And it's different.
It hits different.
Exactly. Because
it's different. So sometimes they're people are trying to get me to do something that I don't want to. And like, I'm a grown man.
Exactly. You can make decisions for yourself.
I make my own decisions.
And my situation is a little different because I'm living in my parents' house, but both my parents retired and moved to Belgium. So they don't actually live in the States, but I'm still living in the house. My sisters pay the majority of the bills in the house.
Okay. But you're still on your own, sort of. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So the problem, one of the funny things, I don't know if I've told this story before.
You probably haven't, so go right ahead.
Okay, wait, stop me if I've told this before.
Go ahead.
That's going to be crazy.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
So one of the things that we noticed is that once the bills started coming in, right, and me and my sister, for the first time, it's like, okay, we are the ones that have to start paying these bills. And the internet bill comes in. Or our phone bill comes in. Our phone bill is however much money. Okay, we'll pay it. Whatever. All good. The Con Edison bill comes in. Fuck Con Edison. But you know what? We gotta pay. We need electricity in the house. We'll pay the bill. The internet bill comes in. I'm not gonna give a number.
Snap.
It was like triple what a normal internet bill should be for people with one television in the house. Like,
what do you think was going on?
What the hell?
Did you investigate?
Oh, yes. I called my mother. And I asked her, hey, give me the password and username for our Verizon account so I can sign in and figure out what's going on. She tells me, girl, I don't know what that is. She says, I don't know that password. I don't know that email. Yeah, good luck. Excuse me? What? Yeah. She's like, yeah.
She's like,
I was like, how do you check your account? How do you pay your bill? She's like, yeah, the bill comes in the mail every month and I pay it. What? She's like, yeah, I don't look at that.
You're like, I ain't in it.
You don't know what you're paying for. You don't know what's included in that bill.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Literally. She said, yep, it's just when the same thing happened with Con Edison. I was like, okay, give me the Con Edison account login. We don't have an account with them. What? Since we moved into the apartment, they send us a letter in the mail and we pay it.
It sounds like she just had a different way of dealing with it. She just got the bill, she paid it. She never really got onto the account to take a look at it.
But here's the thing:
and
my mother did that.
All that kind of stuff.
My father did that.
Yeah.
My sister did that. My others, all of them. The bill just comes and they just pay it.
With your mother and father, that's part of the generation gap. They deal with their bills in very different ways than we do. I go through my account. I'm going to log in. I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to take a look at that. What is this line item? What the heck is that? I'm going to call customer service, get that thing off.
It took me 3 hours to log into that account and figure out that we were paying for unlimited recording on multiple VHRs
that you don't even have anymore.
Cable boxes. Yeah. We have one TV in the house. We have one TV.
Yeah.
We were paying for a bundle internet, unlimited channels and phone line. We have we are paying for every streaming service in our one TV. Why do we have unlimited cable? Nobody in my house watches cable.
Right.
I was on the phone with this man for like at least 20 minutes of me being like, yeah, and take that off and take that off and take that off. He's like, are you sure? But if you have this, then it bundles with that other thing. Oh, we still have another thing? Take that off too. Take that off too. I don't need that either. It dropped from like a lot to like something that was actually reasonable for an internet.
Exactly.
Like multiple hundreds of dollars.
Listen, there are a lot of things, especially with a lot of these businesses, phone companies, internet companies, internet service providers. They're not going to tell you if there's something in your bill that you don't need.
No, absolutely not. That's why it's so important. And I think one of the things about my generation that can not be frustrating, but I think is very interesting is that like we all have like this big like fear of like phone calls. Where like a lot of Gen Z like has a lot of anxiety with like doing things over the phone. Like we don't like calling people. We don't like being on the phone with people. Like it's very intimidating to call customer service representatives and things like that. I don't have that. I will be on the phone with customer service for 3 hours to get what I need to get. I don't care. And I think it's a very detrimental thing to have because it's so important to talk to customer service representatives to get what you need, because you will not be able to get around. You will not be able to figure out what you need and how to like properly navigate certain things if you don't talk to somebody who is experienced and understands what it is you need to do to get where you need to
I
go.
think today's generation, they're being primed to talk to AI.
Yes.
Talk to robots.
Yes, to do things feel like a prompter, like a teleprompter.
Exactly. They're being primed for that. And,
it's crazy.
It is crazy. It's definitely crazy. I think the interpersonal skills those are going down the toilet. People don't know how to talk to one another. You feel more comfortable talking to a computer than you do talking to a person. It's a problem.
But I will say the opposite is also true, because let me tell you, once again, I think the one place where like that you don't often see that, and it's kind of the reverse, is a lot of Gen Z who are entering the workforce into like retail jobs, because some of the shit that like it was a big thing that was going on for a while is like kind of like the Gen Z stare, where like I think like older generations were saying that like they'll walk
I've heard about that.
Yes.
What is the Gen Z stare? I've heard about that.
Yes.
I wasn't sure what it was. What is that?
It was like a thing where like, oh, like older generations will like be talking to a Gen Z and they're staring at you like
a duh.
Exactly. And they're like, oh, like you don't know how to hold a conversation. Like,
I've seen that. I didn't know that's what they called it.
That's what they call it.
I have seen that.
But
I have seen that stare.
A lot of like Gen Z creators started coming back being like, it's because a lot of us work in customer service.
Yeah.
And the shit you ask for is so stupid.
Yeah.
I have to hit you with the because there's no way that I have to hit you with the with the no way you just asked me that. There's no way. Let me tell you. I once
Go ahead.
I used to work at Van Leeuwen scooping ice cream, right? I had a customer come in and I was working with this girl, sweet as pie. She sweet as pie, but she was she had a very, very short temper. And that
this was a customer or somebody who was working with you?
this was my coworker.
It was a coworker. Okay.
This girl ended up getting, I'm not gonna name no names, but she ended up getting like fired over like screaming at this like customer and like making their dog piss themselves. it was truly so she has a very short temper. But this day it was a rush. She was being patient, she was doing what she needed to do. This guy comes in, he's like, let me get a sundae but with no toppings. And she looks at him like he's insane. Like, you must be high. She looks at him and she's like,
"What's so weird about that request?"
No. A sundae. Do you know what a sundae is?
I know what a sundae is.
So
okay, so it's like going to a pizza parlor and give me a pizza with no cheese.
No. It's like saying, let me get a pepperoni pizza but with no toppings.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Pepperoni is a topping. So she's like, okay, so what? Do you just want hot fudge or do you just want whipped cream? And he's like, no. I don't want anything. I want a sundae, but with like no toppings at all. So? She's looking at him. She's like, so you just want a scoop of ice cream then? You just want a scoop of ice cream? I want a sundae, but with no toppings.
But you know what? Yeah, but still, why is she all discombobulated because of that? Just give him what he wants and take his money. Give him a scoop of ice cream.
And this is why I have to stare at you like you're crazy. Because
okay, it's a crazy request, but big deal.
It's not a crazy request. It's like a stupid like.
Just give him the scoop of ice cream,
right,
and make him happy, and send him on his way. Send him on his way. You're gonna get crazy people at your store. Give me a pepperoni pizza with no pepperoni.
And then when that pizza comes and that customer says, but I wanted a pepperoni pizza. Why is there no pepperoni on my pepperoni pizza with no pepperoni?
Hold on a second.
You understand how that's going to be crazy, right?
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Yeah. But did this guy, once he got the ice cream, did he say where the top is? He must have
just been high because
people are going to come to your store high.
She was like, so you don't want no toppings and you don't want a sundae, you just want a scoop of ice cream. He was like, huh?
Well, he was high. What? Just make sure you understand what he wants. Make sure he understands what he's gonna get. Give him what he wants.
But when you're dealing with people doing that over and over again, could you understand why at some point I have to look at you like,
listen, I've been in customer service before and I've gotten crazy requests. My whole thing was, let me get this person away from in front of me. Like they say in Haitian Creole, démasquez.
Yep. I need to talk about my time at Van Leeuwen more because I have, oh my God, I have
all types of stories.
Yeah. From that.
Anybody who does customer service has horror story.
Oh my God.
Anybody who does customer service over the phone has ridiculous horror stories.
I could tell you some horror stories in my current job where I'm doing customer service over the. It's almost like a joke in my office that I always get the worst calls,
worst customers,
worst calls every single time. Like it's always a thing. I don't understand why. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have "talk to me" written on my forehead. That's why I'm here. But yeah, all right. Is it time for our next commercial?
Do you want to take a commercial break?
I think it's time.
Let's take a commercial break. Remember, this is your show.
Not so much.
What do you mean not so much? If it's your show, it's up to me with Christopher Toussaint.
It's written on my forehead.
Exactly. And if you want to take a commercial break, damn it, we're gonna take a commercial break. No, we're gonna take a motherfucking commercial break.
Exactly. Not just a commercial break.
A motherfucking commercial break. We'll be back.
Boots.
Faut me dire nous diaspora. Cette fois-ci, je ne vais pas faire ça nous encore, non? So, cette fois-ci, j'ai besoin de pour nous diaspora. Pas voyer comme ça encore. Sans moyen, il n'est pas impossible. mais li ka pi fasil.
Madame Dodo fin pale, oui. Green Hands World gen pou tourner Haïti pou kontinue tout travail li te komanse yo. Formation premier soin gratis pou sauver des vies, nettoyage quartier pou quartier mbel, ensemble ak an pile lot initiative. Mais nous besoin aide pour faire un don. Tant pis, visitez greenhandsworld.com et puis cliquez sur le bouton vert qui marqué Donate and Support Our Programs. By don et puis supporter programme nous yo. N'importe don ou bay ka aider. All donations are tax deductible. Merci d'avance.
Dollar rap, where dollar services here for your purposes. Resume help, printing too. We'll help with translations, English conversations, anything you need to do. No matter where you are, do not stress because dollar services is here to impress. Don't distress and don't depress. We're here to help you with what you need to do. In the heart of little Haiti, we're here for you because with dollar services, we're on the track and we're the best. Back to back, door services ain't what you think. We're not just another business on the brink. We'll never go down on the brink, cause we're the best and the haters think, yeah. Door vibe out.
Document translation, notary public, printing, income tax, immigration services, ESL classes, employment and resume services, real estate, and much more at Dodor Services, 1814 Nostrand Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. You know, Mr. Toussaint, I know you don't like that ad. We talked about it. But you know what? I was looking at you and you were bopping your head.
Listen.
You were bopping your head.
I don't like AI, but I like good music. So, you know what? Like, it's silly, but she ate. She did eat. She did eat that. I have to give her that flower. Boots the house. She ate
Boots. What are we talking about now? What are we talking about?
I have a dilemma for you. I have a very interesting moral dilemma for you.
What's the dilemma?
Have you heard about this whole red button versus blue button debate that's been
tell us
going
about
on?
it. What's going on?
So, I think I understand this properly. So, basically, the situation is this. Everybody in the world gets teleported into a room where there's two buttons. There's a blue button where if you press it, and if 51% of other people in the world press it, then nothing happens. Everybody walks away. Everything's cool. But if you press the red button, and if 51% of people in the world press the red button, then everybody who pressed blue will die.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand this. We talked about this, I think, briefly.
Yes.
Okay, so there's blue buttons and red buttons.
Yes. If you hit blue, and the majority of other people press blue, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. So if everybody presses blue, or majority of people press blue, nothing happens. But if you press red,
then everybody who pressed blue will die. Yes.
So me, as somebody who doesn't like people to die, I'm just going to press blue,
right?
Okay. But I can't control everybody. And there are going to be some crazy people out there who are not going to press blue. And yeah, okay. Is it a dilemma, really?
Well, it is.
What makes it a dilemma?
I know a lot of people who said that they would push red.
They would push red.
And they would push red because it's the only option in which you're guaranteed not to die. If you press red,
okay.
Even if the majority of people press blue, if you pressed red, you live. You live either way if you press red.
If you press red, you live regardless.
Exactly. But if you press blue...
if one person presses red, you die.
No.
If the majority...
Yes. If one person presses red and everybody else press blue, you're fine.
You're fine, right.
If the majority of people pick red, everybody who picks blue dies.
So I would be like, can I trust
other people?
Can I trust the majority to press... Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or is your sense of self-preservation...
I see what you're saying.
Important enough.
You're making me think about this differently.
Yeah.
You're making me, because I can't trust everybody.
Yes.
Look at what's going on now.
But
with
at the same
look
time,
what's going on with this administration and people you never thought would think like this or thinking like this.
But then here's my counter to that.
Yeah.
How many people are clicking red for that reason alone? Because how many people are clicking red because they don't trust other people to click blue?
Probably everybody who clicks red is clicking it for that particular reason.
If those people clicked blue, not out of fear of other people picking red, but because they genuinely didn't want other people who are picking blue to die, how many people would live? Everyone.
Understood.
Everyone.
Understood.
If the majority of people are picking red just to save their own skins, if they picked blue, no one would die.
You know what? I understand now. And I think initially I did say that I would pick blue, but now that you've explained it a little more, my ass is picking red.
Really?
Yeah, my ass is picking red.
Really?
Because I'm not dying for other people.
And
I'm not dying for other people, and I don't know who you are, and people are crazy these days. People I can't trust anybody. I can't.
For me, I think I would still
and I'm not trying to die for other people's actions.
For me, I would still pick blue, and I think it's because of two reasons. First of all, I think it's because for me, it's not about not trusting other people, but rather choosing to believe that, well, I mean, I guess that is trusting people.
It is trusting people.
Choosing to believe that people would rather choose to save everybody than choose to live with blood on their hands. Because to me, picking red, even if you're not doing it because you want people who pick blue to die, you're contributing to that.
Yeah,
you're contributing
to it. Yeah, you are.
And I would rather,
but you're also contributing to your life, to you not dying.
Yeah, but I don't think I could live knowing that millions of people died because of a decision I made to save my own skin.
Yeah, I understand. It is a dilemma. It is a dilemma. I think I did, and I saw something. I was on TikTok or something. Was one of these platforms, social media platforms, where you can actually vote. Yeah, and they had the same scenario, the blue and red. And I was surprised at the number of people who decided that they were going to pick red.
And then also think about it like this: there are so many like little nuances. Like, you can think about it like this. Okay, you're saying that, like, oh well, I would pick red because I don't trust whatever to pick blue. Right. You only need 50% of people to pick blue. You only need 50% of people. That's it.
And you know what? And in this little unscientific survey that I did see, I don't think of the people who picked red, it wasn't 50%.
Exactly.
It wasn't 50%.
Exactly.
Yeah, it definitely was not 50%.
And so let's think about how much closer that number is going to creep.
Yeah.
It just out of people afraid that number is going to pass 50.
I think it makes for an interesting debate. It makes for a very interesting debate. Exactly. But I do believe at the bottom of my heart that the vast majority of people are good. I do believe that. The vast majority of people have good hearts and
so my thought is if you think that, then pick blue. and there you go. Yeah.
and again, like I said, in that little unscientific survey, I think I would have been fine even if I picked blue. I would have been fine. But it's an interesting debate.
Yeah,
it's a very interesting debate. Yeah, very, very interesting debate. Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Well, that was everything I had prepared for today.
Well, we've got, how much time do we have left? We have, we got about 15. You know what? Station break. We're going to think about it and we're going to come back. We coming back. Period.
Yo, it's your girl locked on Doda Vibe FM, Caribbean flavor, city energy.
Moi j'aime Doda Vibe parce que yo joué tout rythme moi grandi avec yo. C'est tant pour me tourner la caille.
Whenever I need some music in my ears, it's all about dodo or vibe.
Chaque fois m'brancher, moi joue une bonne musique avec bonne énergie. Doder Vibe fait me sentir vivant.
And I just downloaded the Doder Vibe app. Just download the Doder Vibe app and connect it to your car.
Siempre escucho Dodo Vibe. I don't even speak Haitian Creole, but their music always hits the spot.
J'écoute Doder Vibe à chaque occasion, sans exception.
We even listen to Dodor Vibe way out here in space.
The word is getting out. Dodor Vibe is here. It's always Dodor Vibe time, and people love it.
I just love Dodor Vibe.
Ouais, mais Doder Vibe en pile, oui.
Dodo Vibe is where it's at.
Be the vibe. Feel the vibe.
Dodo Vibe.
Do the vibe.
Ça qu'a fait? Dodo Vibe lié, oui.
See the vibe.
Dodo Vibe. Dodo Vibe, c'est bon bagay.
From Little Haiti to the world.
And here we are.
Hi.
You got a big old Kool-Aid smile on your face. What's going? Wagwan.
Wagwan is that I actually do have something else I want to start.
Oh, what do you want to
I
talk
want to
about?
expand a little more on something else that I've noticed about being independent.
Okay.
Which is feeding myself.
Okay.
Eating.
Ooh, I got something to say about that too, but go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So one thing that I've also noticed is that when my parents were living in the house, love my parents to death, love them deep down everywhere. I love my parents, I love my father, I love my mother. I can't eat the food that I want to eat the way that I want to eat because my parents have very specific dietary restrictions. And you know how Haitian people operate. When you're cooking in the house, you don't cook for just you.
Right, you cook for everybody and their grandma.
Exactly. Because
truth.
if I'm making an egg for
Yes.
me, I need to make an egg for my sister.
Yes.
I need to make an egg for my brother. I need to make an egg for my grandma who
Yeah.
lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that everybody's eating in the house.
Right.
So, but every single one of those people, because it's 2026, has dietary restrictions.
okay.
My father beat cancer. There are certain things that he just
right.
won't eat.
Good.
So when I want to cook for myself, I have to take into account that I can't just cook for me. I can't just eat the way that I want to eat because I have to make sure that other people can eat.
But now that you're on your own.
And on my own, I still live with my sister and my cousin, but the average age of the house is now like 25,
Right.
and we can all cook our own meals.
Okay.
I don't have to cook for my
Yeah.
sister, girl. I know she can cook something together and go eat. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Right.
And it is freeing.
When I was your same age and I moved out on my own, I remember wanting to be mature and not waste money on food and things like that, things of that nature. And, you know, I think I went and I got a membership to one of those, you know, like a Costco or something. I got a Costco.
I love
But I
Costco.
quickly realized that Costco and living alone don't blend well.
You don't need to buy from Costco.
I don't
if you're
need
just
to
feeding
buy.
yourself.
I don't need to buy 6 months worth
Exactly.
of whatever for myself. So I had to sort of kind of switch my habits and try to figure out what worked well for me alone, as opposed, you know, shopping for myself as opposed to shopping for an entire family. It's a completely different mindset.
And
completely
part of
different
that,
mindset.
I totally agree. Part of that for me has been like taking more frequent, less heavy shopping trips to the supermarket, right?
yeah.
So like maybe instead of going once every 2 weeks to Costco and dropping like $600 buying like a month's worth of food
stuff, yeah.
I'll go maybe twice a week to my local supermarket.
Right.
reload on ingredients for what the next 3 meals that I want to make, and that's it. Meal prep has been my best friend. And I know a lot of people don't like meal prep because it gets very overwhelming and very taxing, but I think people think too strictly. That's another thing. I think people think too strictly about what is healthy eating and what is not healthy eating.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of like the information online, like people make it a lot more complicated than it actually needs to be to eat healthy.
Meal prep is something, when I was a kid, that didn't exist. Meal prep. You buy stuff and you make it, or you go to a restaurant or something.
Exactly.
But this meal prep where you buy things that are already, and that's a huge, I see ads for it all the time.
It's
all the time.
Again, people make it sound a lot more complex than it needs to be. When I say meal prep, what I do is I'll make a big pot of food for dinner.
Okay,
or I'll make
you prepping the meal. Yes, right.
I'll make, like, let's say, for example, I need something quick that I can eat before bed that I can take to work the next morning, and that's going to be my lunch. I'll make a big bean salad, chop up a bunch of veggies and beans, and then maybe like a meat, like a chicken that I'll shred or something. Put that all together in a bowl, eat a little bit. That's my dinner. And then I pack it with like maybe like a little side salad or something else, and that's my lunch.
That's just being practical. That's just practical.
The thing is, that's all meal prepping really needs to be. When you say meal prep, if you don't have the energy to prep 7 meals for the week, then just save a little bit of food, whatever you're going to eat for dinner, and make that for the
You know what my favorite time of year was? When I was a kid, we used to alternate. I was on my own already, but we used to alternate where we would have Thanksgiving. One year at my sister's house, 1 year at my house, and the years that we would have it at my house. What happened? A fly? Okay, the Dodor Vibe studio has flies.
Big old guy. You ever seen that clip of like Katya and like a roach flies on her, and he's like, oh!
There was a fly in here bugging me the other day. So what was I saying? Yeah, Thanksgiving was my favorite time of year when we had it at my place, because after everyone went home, there was a lot of leftovers. So I had food for the entire week.
I feel like that's like a common thing.
I had food for the week, and I lived by myself, so all that food was for me.
Oh yeah.
People took stuff home with them, but there was always
there's
some
always
stuff left over, and
Yep.
I was just like, for the whole week, and I didn't have to go to buy anything or whatever. I just reheated shit, and
I will say I have so. As I've mentioned before, I'm half Haitian on my father's side, but my mother's side of the family is from Nigeria.
Okay.
And one thing about them, they'll always bring you some food.
Oh, but that's a black thing.
That's a black thing.
That's a black thing.
Low key.
It's a black thing.
My uncle, bless his soul, I love him. Him and my auntie, they brought over like 3 big books, because they know that like we're living alone, that my mom's not there, that my dad's not there. So they're like, oh, we know they're not eating nothing. My sister, when we don't have money to buy groceries, my sister will be like, okay,
let's go to grandma's.
a piece of not even that.
Not even what?
I wish we could go to grandma's like that. I would go to grandma's. She'll be like, okay, a piece of bread with Chipotle mayo on it. That's dinner.
Okay. Yeah.
My cousin will be like, air salad. That's dinner. Like, come on.
I saw something on TikTok the other day. It was I saw something on Haitian TikTok the other day.
Haitian TikTok.
They were asking like, as a Haitian, what is your love language? What is your love language? The majority of people, they said food. Yes.
So we need to have a conversation about love languages.
Preparing
that opened a whole.
That's a whole new thing. We could talk about that.
That's very interesting.
Haitians preparing food.
Yes.
Like for instance, when somebody really likes you, and you're on the phone with them or something, the question is, "Tu as mangé déjà?" Have you already eaten?
Yeah.
Have you already eaten? And you get that all the time.
Yep.
Or you get a grandma or a mother preparing food for her kid. Parents won't even say, I love you, but they'll make you food.
Let me tell you,
that says, I love you.
One of my earliest childhood memories, not even earliest, one of my most consistent childhood memories is that whenever I was young, when he would have a day off, or he was just in a good mood, or he was really like feeling good, he would bring out his big, huge, like metal pot, right?
Oh.
And that's when we knew it was a good day.
Oh.
He would make the biggest bowl of chili you had ever seen. When my dad makes his chili, everybody's coming over to the house.
Everybody's coming.
Everybody's coming. Everybody's got to get a bowl. We bring it. It is divine. I miss that, man.
You know, my mother was a fairly good cook.
Mm-hmm.
My father, though, he didn't cook as often as my mother did.
Yep, same.
Like,
Yep. When he could cook. When my dad gets in the kitchen,
there were some things that my father would make bouillon, which is stew.
Yep, stew.
He would make
I knew that one.
Stew. He would wake up early in the morning, get the pot out, get all the ingredients. He already bought the ingredients from days before. He had everything prepared, and he would make this. He would take a half a day, to make that stew, and everybody was eating. There were some times when my mother, she would start making a stew, and I'm like, Ma, Ma, let Dad make
exactly.
Oh, she was like, oh, okay. She was like, okay, all right, you know what? She's like, okay, fine. You want him to make this too? And my father made his rice. And, oh my gosh, he was really he was a cook. He was a cook. And my mother told me that he really had learned how to cook like that after moving to the United States.
Yep.
Because when he moved to the United States, he was on his own. He didn't have it. My father was a mama's boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He was a mama's boy.
I feel like that's a trend with Haitians.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they love.
They love their mothers.
Mothers they love their sons.
Exactly.
There was a joke. What's her name? Have you ever heard of the comedian Jessie Wu?
Yes.
Jessie Wu. Yes. She has this joke. She's like, mothers don't mess with the sons. She's like, that's my son. No, that's my son. Well, fuck the daughters. It's like, that's my son. Look that up. Look that. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. No, but there's something there. Haitian mothers and their sons. Okay. You know what?
On my face.
You know what?
That shit was like brown. Like
okay, I'm gonna have to do something about that.
That was not no fly. He was like,
it's a big black fly. Yeah.
It was not even like black. Like it was multicolored.
Multicolored.
He's so big he got a tan.
That thing was in here.
Oh my God.
It was in here bothering me a couple of hours ago.
Good God.
But it wasn't really messing with me that much, so I just kind of and I have a way to ignore things flying over my head and around me, so I just kind of ignored it and just hoped it would. You know what? We have to end the show.
We have to end the show so I can go kill.
So you can go kill this thing. So when can we see you again? When will we see you again? When will we see you again?
When I see you again.
That's another song, but
when I see you again. That's my era. Y'all know that song.
Yeah. Well. Anyway,
Charlie Puth hates that song. Anyways,
how can if you guys want to get in touch with us, all you have to do is send us an email to talktomevibe@gmail.com.
Let us know what you want us to talk about, what you want us to see, what you want us to do. If you have a video request, send it in. We'll cover it.
Send it in, and we will absolutely cover it.
Yes,
absolutely cover it. We got to go kill bugs.
Yeah.
We've got to go kill bugs.
Just one bug specifically.
Just one bug that's been flying around the studio.
He's relaxed now. Now that he's heard the word kill, he's trying to calm down.
Duck. He's trying to get away.
Right,
That's
right.
Fine. That's fine. Anyway,
it's been fun.
It has been fun.
It was a fun episode.
This was a fun episode. And with that, I think we're gonna leave.
We are.
So
I got a bug.
Let me get the bug spray. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.